Hello Aries, welcome to your New Year reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Aries, let's get started. Once was innocent. Knowledge means change. Aries, there's something that you've recently become aware of. You've gained wisdom or knowledge about something in your life, and it's changed how you are perceiving your life now and how your life is to be in the future. When we think about once was innocent, there's growth here, maturity, understanding, comprehension. Now you know though, what will you do? This knowledge that you've recently gained. For now there is a choice, where once you may have been told and you believed that there was none. So Aries, whether that is about something that you've been working hard at, something that makes your soul shrivel, something that you've simply tolerated because you thought that there was nothing that you can do, that's the way that it is. But now you seem to have gained this knowledge, now you've seen, now you've tasted, you've danced, and it was no dream. It may have been dreamlike, even enchanted, but you now realize that this is how your life can be. So there's renewed optimism around this card. Blue lace agate. This is from Crystal Spirits. I feel this is the energy of the person that you're dealing with, actually. I like blue lace agate because it's a very relaxing stone. It encourages people to go with the flow. It opens the throat chakra and assists in clear but gentle communication. Meditation with the stone can assist in slowing thought, clearing the mind and connecting with our guides. I do feel that there's an energy of peaceful acceptance, very stress-free, non-attachment, freedom from unnecessary dramas. So it seems like there's someone around you, Aries, that is very non-stressful. Now, you may have not even believed that that was possible. Perhaps you've had relationships in the past which were very contentious, difficult. But it seems like you know now what you didn't know before, was that a relationship can actually be less stressful, peaceful. And now that you've got this information, what are you going to do with it? I do think with this overall energy here of forgiveness from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, that perhaps you're needing to ask forgiveness from someone else, but we'll see where that goes. You know, often as humans we want to hold on to the past, our memories, our experiences and relationships. But carrying around so much of that past, we can't fully be in the present. The past doesn't need to equal the future. I think that that's a realization that you're having as well here, Aries. And just because you had a pattern or a recurring challenge in the past doesn't mean that it needs to recur in the future. The key here is to be willing and ready to simply and cleanly let go of the hold that the past has had on us. The past is gone, and it's okay to let it go. Fully immersing yourself in the here and now. When you do this, the past simply vanishes, and the glory of the present is very much the energy that I'm feeling around you here, Aries. So, yeah, letting go of the past, and I feel like you may have been in a situation which you felt was hopeless, but now that's changing to being very hopeful because you've experienced something here, Aries. You've gained some knowledge that life doesn't have to be the way that you thought. Now, I want to start with the reading here of the person that you're dealing with, Aries. At the bottom of the deck, we have for them the Hierophant card. Again, it speaks of knowledge gained. So however this resonates, I'm picking this up as the person that you're dealing with, Aries, but of course it can resonate as you as well. So let's take a look. We'll start with the energy of this person, what they bring to the table when it comes to you, Aries, their flaw, how they feel about you, how you feel about them, the strengths of the relationship, the weaknesses, the potential for a healthy relationship crossed by any roadblock. And we'll have a look at the outcome. So Aries, let's take a look at the overall energy of this person as it pertains to this situation. Okay, all right, yeah. I've got the Queen of Swords in reverse, and Aries, automatically I'm picking this up as the person that you're asking forgiveness from. I think that this is a partner that you've been involved with for probably a long time, maybe a spouse. I do think that the relationship with this person has been very difficult. I'm picking up a lot of harsh energy. There may have been a situation in which you have felt out of harmony with this particular person. And I'm getting now that you're asking this person for your forgiveness. I keep hearing the words something like I'm sorry, but it's like you can't go back now that you've experienced something else. That's what I'm feeling here. Now, it could be a spouse for some of you. For others, it's a relationship that you've recently had where you realise that the person is wrong for you. Could be an air sign, but it doesn't have to be. Could be a card of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, male or female. In any event, I feel like they're acting out in a way towards you that is coming across as quite angry. It's out of disappointment, a fear, also perhaps some bitterness, some unhappiness with the way things have gone. Now, what they bring to the table when it comes to you is the Tower in reverse. So yes, this person is wanting to hold on to you, Aries. They don't want to let you go, and they don't want this relationship to end. So there's a lot of fear emanating from this individual, and it's coming across as anger. I do think that this person is lashing out at you in a very difficult way. The words that they are saying to you can be very harsh, critical, hurtful, but you're really just wanting this person's forgiveness. Now, the floor of this person is the Empress in the upright. So I do think for most of you here, this is someone who is a spouse or someone who's has been in a very comfortable situation, probably for a long time with you, Aries. I'm picking it up as feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be. There's more of an energy around this person of being in a position which has been very good for them. Sitting very comfortably, being happy with their circumstances, having things around them that are beautiful, living a life that is, if not luxurious, at least stable and comfortable. There's an energy of growth with this person as well. It has been fertile in the past. And I think that you may have known this person for quite some time. Perhaps there was innocence involved when you got involved with them. It may have been a situation where you met this person when they were quite young or you were quite young. But of course, things change. We grow, we mature. And as relationships change, of course, and as we change, our relationships change, is what I'm trying to say here. So growth and maturity seems to have affected this relationship to a point where once something that was innocent, it maybe is not quite so innocent anymore. Something's changed in the dynamics here. Now, how this person feels about you, Aries, we've got the Devil in reverse. Yes, very much an energy of this individual is finding it very hard to let go. There's a little bit of codependent kind of energy that I'm picking up around them as well. So this person may be dependent upon you for their well-being, perhaps for money. Some of you may have a family with this individual, this Empress. Could symbolize someone who is a mother figure. So yes, it seems to me that how this person is feeling about you, they seem to think that you are under a spell, is what I'm getting from Spirit. They think that you are under the influence, perhaps of something that's not so good for you. Now, whether or not that's the case, but it seems like this is how this person is viewing your current situation. Now, let's take a look and see how they are feeling about you. The Queen of Cups in reverse. So yes, So they're seeing the two queens here, which I feel is this energy of, well, I feel you're seeing this person as someone who's being quite, I'm picking it up as they're acting out in a very vindictive kind of way. Very harsh energy. Now, it's all based out of fear of loss, fear of you moving on. I have a feeling that you're saying, I'm sorry, you're wanting this person's forgiveness. They're not willing to give you that forgiveness yet, Aries. And you're seeing them acting out in a way which you know where it's coming from, you know it's based in fear, but still it's very difficult to see this individual this way. Yes, let's have a look and see what the strength is. The Ten of Swords in reverse. So it does speak to me of this relationship is over. But the unfortunate thing is this person doesn't see it that way, Aries. The sooner they realise that it would be better to let go and to move on, the more they will be able to experience better things in their life. But because they have this energy of clinging, they're not healing, and they're not healing quickly. And it's really just delaying or dragging on this process, which really, it would be better if it happened quite quickly, rather than have the Tower in reverse here and the Ten of Swords. It would be better to have the Tower and the upright, just something quick and clean, and so that you can both get about the business here of being able to move on. But it seems like this individual is throwing in some roadblocks. Now, Aries, the weakness between you is the Seven of Cups. So yes, I do think that you may have other options. This individual doesn't think that they have any, though of course they do. But I think for you, now that you have seen, I'm picking it up as something that you didn't think was possible. You've now experienced it. And because you've experienced life a different way than what you've had in the past, you don't want to go back to what you had with this particular person. Now, the potential between you and this individual, we have the Three of Pentacles in the upright, and the roadblock is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So yes, it tells me that in order for there to be, for this relationship to work, you would both want to be able to put the work in. I don't think that either one of you are willing to put the work in. From you, Aries, I'm picking up an energy of there's something else that you want to go towards, something that you've experienced now, and you don't want to go back to this situation. I don't think that you can. That's why you don't want to work on anything with this current person. For them, I get more of an energy of they don't feel like they have to work on anything. Remember, they've got the Empress here, so they see themselves as in a good position. They don't feel like they have to put any work in. And I think they felt that way for a long time. You know, they may have put a lot of the responsibility on you, Aries, in the relationship, especially when it comes to money, because I do get a codependent energy between the two of you. Now, the fact that you want to leave this situation is going to cause this person some problems, because they're going to feel like they've lost their source of stability, financial security, and that's going to be the main issue of contention here, I feel. Now, the outcome is the Ten of Cups. So I do think that you're wanting to move on to happiness here with that 10, as does this person. Now, they're wanting this Ten of Cups with you, Aries. Although they're not really willing to change themselves in order to get there. They feel like they already have that. Now, you don't. You don't. And I think that you're the one here that's wanting this change, because you've recently experienced a different way of life, and you know now that it doesn't have to be this way. You thought that it did for a long time, but now you want this person's forgiveness. Okay, so let's see. We'll do the dual reading now. We'll start this. So let's take a look firstly at your energy, and I'll be using a Rider-Waite deck. At the bottom of the deck for you, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So I do think that you're in this time of assessment. What should you do now that you have this knowledge, now that you know things don't have to be a certain way? I think that you really want to manifest, you want to create something that is something that you feel is going to bring about change, joy, deep fulfillment. It seems to me like you felt like you've been kind of going through the motions for a long time. I get stagnancy. You've put a lot of effort towards this person, your current situation. So I get it. I get that there's regret about just letting that go. You may suffer a monetary loss as a result of it, but at the same time, I don't think you want to go back to it. So let's see. Aries. We'll start with what you've brought to this situation in the past, where you currently stand with this, where you hope to stand with it in the future. We'll take a look how you are feeling about this person, your doubts and fears about the situation, a challenge that you need to overcome, and we'll start with one card for the outcome. Now the other person, I'll get their energy, and remember either side can resonate, so however it resonates to you, it can be vice versa. If you're cross-watching, of course, you know how that works. This can resonate the opposite way around. So whatever side resonates the most, that is your message. So let's take a look. The person that Aries is dealing with, the energy towards Aries. Person that Aries is dealing with, their energy towards Aries. And we'll start with their past energy, where they currently stand, where they hope to stand with this in the future, how they feel about you, Aries, their doubts and fears. Take a look at the challenge that they need to overcome, and one card for the outcome. Okay, Aries, let's take a look. Past energy, Ten of Cups in reverse. So yeah, you have been unhappy in this situation for a long time, it seems. Could be a marriage. I do pick up as a marriage for most of you here. And they have the Six of Swords in reverse. So yes, no change here. You may have reconciled with this person in the past. They may have said to you, look, I'll try to change, I'll try to be different, but I don't think that they actually have put in much of an effort here. So very much a feeling here that nothing has changed. Yeah, each of you at the moment, I don't think, feels like they're willing to change or put in an effort for this relationship. Now, where you currently stand, you have the Judgment card. They have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, so I do think that you're still there, you're still trying to work things out with this person. Yeah, I think that you've reconciled with this individual. So it seems like you may have split from this person for a short time in the past, experienced something else, and then come back. You're trying to work on it. This person, though, the way that they're communicating is very immature, and I feel that they're lashing out. They're acting in a way that doesn't let you find peace, is what I'm picking up. So I do think that you're there, you've reconciled. I think you have returned to this person, but I just don't think that it's working out very well for you, Aries. Yeah, look at this, the Six of Swords in the upright, where you hope with this in the future you're wanting to move on from it, but yet you've gone back to it. You shouldn't have, Aries, but I think that this person, you just felt obligated, or you felt like you couldn't, you didn't have any choice, so you went back to this individual, but it's still not working. They have the Hanged Man. So they're still wanting things to remain the same. Again, they don't feel like they have to truly change. They feel like things are fine. You don't. How you feel about this person, the Queen of Cups, yeah. So there's still love here, you know. I think that this is something that you've known this person for a very long time. They may be the mother of your children, or the father of your children. So of course, that doesn't go away overnight. I think that when you met this individual, they were different. Time has changed them in a way that has changed this relationship. So where there was once innocence, it seems like now it's been replaced by something else. Now, it may be because things were strained between you. Perhaps you went towards someone else. And now coming back here, there's no longer innocence or purity with this relationship. Let's see. How they feel about you. The King of Pentacles, yeah. So, Aries, you do seem to be the breadwinner here. I think that you're the one here that's doing quite well when it comes to their career, their work. Stability, a partnership. I see this often as a husband figure. Doesn't really matter about the sign. Could be some earth in your chart as well. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is for Sun, Moon and Rising and Venus signs. So yes, I'm picking up that this is a marriage, or something that's like a marriage. There is still some love here, but it's for you. I don't feel that it's enough to keep you in this relationship. Now, your doubts and fears, you've got the Four of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I do think for a long time you felt stuck. You became quite unhappy, and I do get withdrawn as well. I get there was a withdrawing of emotion. Now, it could have been from this individual to you. Perhaps they didn't feel like they needed to make an effort because you were there, or it could have been vice versa. But I do get that the emotion has been missing out of this relationship. You haven't felt that emotional connection. Now, the other person, they have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So they're fearing a destruction, a choice. I think that they know that you're trying to make a decision about what to do in your life, whether or not to move on or whether to keep working at this relationship, and they're fearing a destructive choice. They're feeling that you are being destructive. Your challenge is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so it seems to me that you do have an opportunity around you for a new beginning, a new start, one in which you may let it pass you by. You may let it slip between your fingers here, this Ace. I think it's mainly out of financial difficulties is what I'm picking up here, Aries. Fear of loss. Perhaps you're fearing being taken to the cleaners, losing your legacy. Let's take a look. The challenge for them is the Hierophant in the upright. Yeah, and I did get that at the bottom of the deck. It's knowledge. It's tradition. I do think that this individual is this other person here believes that things should be, if you make a promise, you keep it. If you marry for life. They may be religious. There may be a feeling here of needing to follow a certain set of rules based on religion or their own personal beliefs and values. And they feel like they need to do that, as do you. So they're very much a rigid kind of character here, following structure. So they don't like things that change that, or anyone who kind of goes up against tradition and says, well, no, actually I'm not going to do that anymore, or I don't want things to remain as I've done them in the past. This would upset this person greatly. So anything that challenges their values, their beliefs, their authority even, can throw this person for a loop. Now the outcome for you is the moon. So the thing with this is, it's about the unknown. Do you want to take a risk on the unknown, not knowing how things are going to work out for you? It's about you overcoming your fears, your insecurities, your doubts, anxieties, about change, because you can't know the outcome. The outcome is unknowable. So moving away from this known quantity here can be scary. Now the outcome for this individual is the Seven of Wands in reverse. So I get an element around them that they've been quite combative, preventing you from moving on. But I do think that they are going to release their hold here. Why? Because I have a feeling that you're going to stand up to this person and say, look, I'm sorry, but please forgive me, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to make this change. So we'll see where this goes in part 2, Aries. I hope that you join me if this is resonating. The link for the extended will be below in the descriptions box. It's the first link below. It'll be about another 30 or so minute reading. I'll be going into this in a lot more depth, pulling out a lot more cards, clarifying the situation. I'll also do a Lenormand reading and look at some oracles as well to see where this goes for the future. So Aries, if this is resonating, please do join me in the extended. If you'd prefer a personal reading, of course, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Don't forget about my 2020 yearly forecasts. Those are in the box below as well, the link for those. So if you're interested in finding out what the new year has ahead for you and your loved ones, please do check that out. Wishing you the best with this, Aries. I'll see you in the extended, and bye for now.